Okay, I just got a phone call, so it's just cut off my video. And seeing as I still don't have that editing program, I don't know what I'm going to do there. I might have to upload 2 separate videos, like part 1 and part 2. Slightly annoying, but hey. It was just my dad ringing up. He had a scan. He had cancer, and he just had a scan a few weeks ago. And yeah, he's all clear for the minute. I say for the minute because it's like a very aggressive cancer, and it just keeps coming back. So he's been given the all clear before, and then a few months later, like, it was back again. Then he had to go back into surgery, and yeah. So yeah, that was good news. That was very good news. I'm very happy for him. I've actually forgotten what I was talking about. I have no idea. Okay. See, I've decided to do this, do the flower section, so I'm just starting to work on that. And then once this is finished, once this section is finished, I'll go and walk Hal, because he's kind of, well, he was telling me before that it was definitely time. That dog knows the time. It's crazy. What is the time? 7:30. It's 7:25. So 7 o'clock is his dinner time. And seeing as they're had soccer training tonight, she fed him before she left. So he probably waited until around then before he actually ate his dinner. And then when I was coming back to the studio to keep working on this, he was telling me that it was time that he went for his walk. So, you know. Oh gosh. Does anyone else have this issue where their pets kind of like order them around? I don't know, but I'm a little bit stubborn, and I'll be like, okay, like I'm the one, you know, running the clock here, and I'll be doing it when I want to do it. Thank you very much. Plus, it was still too hot, anyway. And there's no point trying to walk a Chihuahua in heat. And he just simply won't walk. If you try to walk him on a hot day, he just sits down on the ground. And there's nothing that you can do to make him move. I know, because I've tried it. And you end up either having to carry him or just going back inside. So one time I was really stubborn. We were walking along, and then he decided that it was time that he just didn't want to walk anymore. So then I had to carry him, because I just simply refused to miss out on my walk because he didn't want to walk. So then I ended up carrying him for that one. Yeah, and then another time when he just sat down on the ground, it was a bit too hot. I think it was only like 27 degrees. I've noticed that anything around, you know, from 27 degrees and up, he just does not want to walk. So yeah, this day I think it was like 27 degrees. To me, that was like just, you know, just nice kind of temperature. And he just sat down on the ground, refused to move, and I was like, yeah, you know what, that's fine. I'll do some stitching instead. Okay. So, but yeah, this dog, he definitely knows the time. He goes to bed at 9:30 sharp every night, even on weekends. when we'll be staying up watching a movie, and suddenly we think, oh, I wonder where Hal's gone. He'll be in his bed. He likes to get up at a certain time at 4:30 in the morning, and that is his time. That's the time when he decides that he's going to come up and sleep the rest of the morning on our bed in a particular spot. He's a very particular dog. He always has to eat his meals on his, he has this sort of a rug thing where his dog bed is in the lounge, and he has to, in his mind, he has to eat on the rug. He won't eat at his actual food bowl. He has to carry it to the rug, eat it on the rug, and then go back to the food bowl, get another piece, carry that back to the rug. And it goes on like that. And that's his meal time every time. So yeah, he is a very particular dog, and we've actually often wondered about, you know, getting another dog. But then we always think it wouldn't work because he is so particular about everything. You could only touch his toys when he brings a toy to you. Things like that. Okay. So what colour, out of curiosity? Dark green, dark rust. Mm-hmm. 400. Okay. Keep losing my train of thought. Okay. So I use a hoop. I know these things are kind of outdated, you know, in the modern world, shall we say. But I actually don't really care about the modern world, and I think the modern world is lame. So, you know, I'm just kind of doing my old school thing here. Just because I just find it works really well. And I have large hands, so I don't really have any issue. I don't know what it is, but I just find that the hoop is just so nice to work with. I love the wood. I like that I can easily move it around. Fair enough, it doesn't keep tension very well, but I actually that doesn't bother me because I can kind of create my own tension anyway. And yeah, I don't know. I just really like them. I've always stitched in a hoop. But with the Purple Fairy, that's actually in a frame. And that's actually, I find that a lot harder to use. You know, my arms, one day, like Lorena's very small, my partner, she's very short. And one day I actually measured her leg. Like, I wanted to do like a comparison thing, like between like, you know, how long is my arm in comparison to her arm, that sort of stuff. So my arm is the length of her leg. When I found that out, I just couldn't believe it. It's like, bro, you're really small. Oh God. a really tiny person. And yesterday, like when I was doing the clean out thing of the spare room, I found some high heels that I bought years ago. And I was trying them on, and I was trying to think, like, why? I mean, aside from the fact that they're high heels and they're really annoying and very uncomfortable to wear, but like I was thinking, you know, why are these not with my shoes? And then I remembered that every time that I wear high heels, Arana would always complain that I make her look minute, you know, like very, very small. And that's why I stopped wearing them. Because this was a real issue for her, and she would literally get angry about it. To the point where she actually one time refused to go out because she was going to look so short. Because she's very particular about her appearance. When it comes to, you know, certain outings and different things. As I'm assuming that I am too, and most people are, of course, but you know. So yeah, then I decided, I think around that time, that I just would stop wearing them. Just to keep the peace. Okay, wow, it's starting to get dark. Really? It's not getting dark, it just looks like it. Must have been a cloud. So yeah, after I finished tidying up the spare room, or the storage room, and we had all this space to store stuff again, I decided I would do a thorough tidy up of my studio, because it was just getting really cluttered with stuff. Nice stuff, but you know, just stuff. And I decided to change the desks around, so now it's like I've got 2 desks in here, and it's only a small room, but anyway, and they're kind of like in the middle of the room, but put on a weird, like not a weird angle, but like tilted so that they face outside the window. But with this, like, so when I sit on this desk, I've got my back towards the window, which is fine, because normally when I do my craft stuff, it's normally at night time anyway. But with my writing, like, I normally write, like sometimes I can write early mornings, and so I can actually see. I wanted to see out of the window for that, because I get to see, like, not the sunrise, because the sunrise is on the other side of the house, but like I can still see like the different colors in the sky and see the birds and different stuff. So yeah, I've rearranged everything, even the desks, and I really like it. And I moved my lamp so that the lamp is actually like over my work, and I tidied up all of that, and it looks so good. That's like the thing with the green and the circular thing, that's actually where we keep all our bills and all of our important stuff. But like when I'm in my zone, in my crafty writing zone, I don't want to be seeing that I owe the bank you know, a substantial amount of money, you know. So I came with this idea, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna hide it, yes. And then when the runner came home, because she's like into budgets and money and that sort of stuff, she was like, oh, but I can't see all my bills. And I'm like, yeah, and she's like, but I'd like to see my bills. I'm like, who wants to see their bills? She does, obviously. Okay, medium green, 3347. 3347. I thought I had that one out. 3347. Okay, that's this guy. Yep. Alright, I feel like I'm losing the light here. So once I finish this, I'm just going to leave it at that. Then tonight, once I get back from the dog walk, I'll have a bit of a tidy up in the kitchen, because I made a mess in there. Have a shower. I've already watched my episode for today, and actually, because I wasn't feeling 100%, I decided screw it, and I watched another episode, and it was so good. It was so good, and I was thinking, man, I wish I could do this every day. This is the life. Oh man, not having a nail is so annoying. Okay. So, yes. And then after I do all that, then I will have a shower. And then I will come in the studio and write. Because I need to do that. I feel like I'm getting behind. And I always feel like that anyway, but still. Since I haven't been actually working on anything for days. And I haven't even made a voice recording in days. Yeah, it's about time that I get going on that again. And seeing as I've got the house to myself, yeah, I should take advantage of that and get some serious writing done. Okay. Oh my gosh, come on. What happened? You for real? Okay. Sorry, talking. Yes, I'm talking to my cross stitch. Okay. I have to admit, doing this whole 2 stitches of colour here, 2 stitches of colour there thing can get very old very quickly. But anyway, sometimes it just has to be done. Okay, I've got one more colour to put in. I need to do some back stitching and then I'm done. Okay. And before I leave, I will show you the purple fairy. And I'm not sure if I actually talked about this or not, but if I'm repeating myself, just ignore me. But with the purple fairy thing, I just got really overwhelmed because I never worked on a really big piece like that before. I just got really overwhelmed with the whole thing. And I knew I wasn't doing it correctly because I knew I was just making mistake after mistake. And the back of the work was a total nightmare. And yeah, I just got overwhelmed and I just said, you know what, I just don't want to do it anymore. So then I just literally, just one day I was working on it and I said, nope, I just put it down and I did not touch it. I didn't even put the floss away or anything. So bad. But anyway. And then sometime, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but anyway, recently I saw it and I was like, I want to fix this and I want to work on it. And so I did. And I really enjoyed it. And I just kind of thought, well, you know what, if I don't fix this, and if I don't like just get really crazy with it and you know, try to make it workable so that I would actually enjoy it. Like, what's the point? Like, because there was like the back of it was just such a mess. It was just, oh my god, it was so bad. It was the worst ever. And yeah, no, it was a total nightmare. And I just thought, okay, well, if I don't just cut all the threads and do what I need to do, or, you know, whatever, then it doesn't really matter, because, like, what's the point of ignoring, like, leaving it there and never working on it again and wasting all of that floss? You know, when you could just take a chance and just kind of almost destroy it, but destroy it in the right way with the good intentions, we'll say. Then yeah, just wasting the whole lot. So that's what I did, and after that I just felt so much more freed, and I felt like I could enjoy it again, and I had so much fun. It was very just like, I don't know what the feeling was. It was just like this feeling of elation, of like, you know, yeah, like I can do this type of thing. I don't know. It was a good feeling. It was a good experience. So yes, I now actually really love working on it again. This is why I'm sort of anxious to get this finished, because I just want to spend all my time working on that. So that's why I'm just kind of like, that's why this week I've been really focused. The back of this work is actually starting to look a bit messy too, but I'm not too fussed about that. That's okay. Okay. Right, back stitch. I keep forgetting what I was actually saying. It's quite unusual. Okay, so I know that I don't need this anymore. Speaking of feeling elation, there's a character in my novel that I, not purposefully, but I just somehow or another always end up avoiding. And that's because I find her to be a very challenging character for me personally. So as a result, I'm at the end now of my novel, and now I have to go back and do all the bits and pieces that I didn't really want to do initially, or when I was, you know, writing the whole thing, because I was like, nope, that's too hard. I'll skip that. I'll pass and I'll come back to that when I have to do it. And I don't regret that, actually. I'm kind of glad that happened in a way. Because if I forced it, then it would have been really crap. And I would have only had to redo it again anyway. So now is the right time to do it. But still, I have all these scenes that I need to do. This one character, which really just, she challenges me so much. And what have I done? Okay. And I just find that she's a very demanding character. Like, she just wants, just kind of like one of those characters, just like more and more and more. And, you know, I want this, and it has to be to this level of, I don't know, skill? I don't know what, I don't even know how to put into words, but it's like she wants it to be the very best that I can offer. And it puts a lot of pressure on me when I come to actually do the scene, to the point that it's like, not crippling, but it's just like, you get daunted and oh, screw. And then it just takes the fun out of it, and then you're just, oh man, that really sucks. Okay, whew, that was close. Okay, start that again. Okay. So yeah, and then it becomes difficult to write the scene because you feel like you got so many demands that you have to meet, and it all has to be perfection and all glorious and whatever. And you're just like, dude, like, I just want to write my novel. Can't you just be like all the other characters and just be happy for what I can do, you know? But anyway, the result of working on being forced to work with this character is that actually I've discovered that she's a lot of fun, and that a lot of it actually just sort of does come naturally. 1, 2, 3, 2. So once we get into a rhythm together, it's like we come to this sort of like, we have this, it's like before the scene, it's like she tells me what she wants from the scene, this kind of the standard or the level of writing that she wants it done at. And then we kind of bargain a little bit. Strangely enough, I know this sounds so weird, but anyway. And then we start the scene. And initially it's all kind of like tripping over yourself, because you're just like, oh, should I say this, or should this happen? No, that shouldn't happen, this should happen. And then maybe that person can say that, oh no, maybe someone else can say that. And then you think about point of view and just the whole thing. But then once you get past that, the tricky part, we get into this thing, and we actually start having a lot of fun together, and suddenly it's all very exciting, and it's like, wow, this is really cool. I actually really like this character. And it's kind of fun to work to a certain, like, to have that demand and to be kind of pushed in that way. Because I know my other characters so well, except for one. There's 3 other characters that are, we're on speaking terms, but I don't necessarily like them. I don't like them enough to actually want to spend enough time with them to really get to know them. But I like them enough to the point that I can write a scene with them in it very well, and to be happy with that outcome, I guess. And then once the scene's done, I say, okay, bye, that's done, and you know, that's it, you know. But with my other 2 characters, I've got 3 actually, 3 other characters that I really love, and we have a lot of fun. Every scene is fun, it's easy, it's very natural, and they don't push me in any way because they're just really happy and content with whatever, whatever I write. So this is really the only other the only character in my novel that's very demanding and, really drives me to, crack my knuckles and be like, right, this is going to be the best way. Oh gosh. And it's fun, and it's almost unbelievable in a way. The, I guess, exhilaration that I get out of that, because I'm just so amazed. I'm like, wow, I did that, really? And it's nice to have a happy character as well, because if the character is not happy with the scene, then you know that you've failed. Like, you have to keep the reader happy, but I don't think the readers are gonna know, the character was upset about a particular scene, or the character was disappointed by the dialogue, But yeah, sometimes they are. And actually, I sometimes I write a scene and my character will come back, even the ones that are really easily, that just, they just go with the flow and like, yeah, that'll do kind of characters. Even sometimes they'll come back and they'll be like, actually, I think we really need to work on that. And that's when you know, like, okay, so that was a bit of a fail. It's best just to be honest and admit it and edit it and change it and make it better. Because, I'm not just writing this novel for the reader, I'm also writing it for the characters. And to live up to their expectation and to do them justice. Because this is their, their life, I guess you could say, and their world. And I want to make that, I want to be as true to that as possible. So if they're not happy, I'm not happy. Okay, almost there. Whew. See, that's something you'll never get from cross-stitching. Whatever happens to you, let me know. Imagine if the floss was like, actually, I'm not really happy with your technique. Can you imagine that? That would be pretty wild. Okay. One more to go. Alright. Now before I jump the gun, I need to check what color I need next, because if it's the same color thread, which it is, then dark rust is 400. That's 400, sweet. I don't even have to change thread, yes. Cool. Okay. What I would do to make my life easier is just put in, now when I did this before, how did I do that? Okay. Just put in the first cross, and that way there, when I sit down to this next time, I know exactly where I'm up to. And yeah, okay. All right, okay, I'll show you this quickly. So, hold on. Focusing would be nice right now. Please focus. Oh, I hate it when the things don't focus. It's a basic requirement. Alright. If you're gonna be like that, try that again. Ready? Did it focus this time? No. Still a blurry mess. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm sorry about that. Right. That's it. Done for today. And I'll just mark this off quickly. Show you the purple fairy. Awesome. After this, so I have a row of these large cross stitches underneath the rabbits. Then I have 1 to 0 or 1 to 9, and then that 0 at the end. Which anyway, there's that, and then I have another little border underneath that, and then I have this like hand. Or you know what? I've got the book right here. It's not going to focus, of course, because that would be just too much to ask. Oh my god, can you believe this? Are you serious? Okay. Alright. Okay, anyway, in some form of a blurred mess, you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. Oh no, I'm going to show you the purple fairy. Okie dokie. Wow, that was great. I enjoyed that quite a lot. Not the talking part. I mean, the talking part was fine, of course, but the fact that I actually got some work done on this thing. Not to be rude. Alright, so give me 1 sec and I'll be back in a tick. Okay, so we have the purple fairy. So, gosh, can you even see that? There we go. So, yeah, I fixed all of the major mistakes. And then I finished, because some of this was like half finished. Move this up forward closer. This is a little bit difficult, sorry. There was like parts in here. A lot of this part was missing. A lot of this part was missing. A lot of this part was missing. All of that was not complete. So I finally finished that. The back was a total mess, but now it's reasonably okay. Decent. And then I made a new start over here on this flower. Awesome. And I really love it. And I can't wait. This is the top of the fairy's head. I do have a picture of him. Of the project, sorry. Hal is giving me the eyes, like, hurry up. Okay, so that's what I've done so far. And then this is what I'm about to start working on. And then I'm gonna start working on the actual fairy. Super pumped for that. Can't wait. Alright. So guys, this is gonna be, that's it for tonight, for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to say hey, or if you enjoyed this video, or have any questions, don't be afraid to leave a comment, or hit the like button, and yeah. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.